The Infinix 5G and the Tecno Pova 5G have a lot in common. Both phones are powered by the mediatek Dimensity 900 chipset, a 6nm processor. They are both 5G capable, even though we can't use 5G right now in Nigeria. They both have an IPS LCD display with a 120Hz refresh rate. They both have 8 gigs of RAM that can be expanded to 11 using memory fusion. There are a lot of similarities, but let me get into more specific and help guide you if you want to buy any of them. Make sure you like this video to help others make the right decision. The Infinix 5G has a price of $169,500 or $300, while the Pova 5G has a starting price of $147,000 or $270. If you want to buy any of them, I have links in the description. They both come in a somewhat unusual tall box. Inside you will find the phone, USB-C cable, earpiece, a TPU case, SIM ejector tool and a charging brick. That is pretty much the valuable items inside the box. Design wise, both phones are made of plastic, but the 5G has a unibody design that combines the frame and the chassis of the phone. Let me know in the comments which design you prefer, the unibody of the 5G or the traditional design we are used to on the Pova 5G. Ports placement are the same on both phones. They both have a USB-C charging port, a headphone port and a speaker at the bottom. The fingerprint sensor on both phones is placed to the side and it is responsive. It also doubles as the unlock key. The volume key is slightly above the unlock key and we have the SIM card and SD card holder on the right side. The Tecno Pova 5G is heavier than the Infinix 5G and you will find out why soon. They both have 3 cameras at the back and we are getting into that. Because of the glossy plastic finish, both phones are prone to fingerprint stains. The case in the box protects both phones from the stains, but I prefer the case of the 5G. It offers an all-round protection, unlike the case of the Pova 5G that has a cutout. In terms of design, it might go down to personal preference, but I prefer the 5G, at least it is lighter in the hand. The Tecno Pova 5G has a large 6.9-inch display, while the 5G has a display size of 6.78 inches. They both use an IPS LCD panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. Holding both phones side by side, you will see that nothing separates them in this aspect. They both have a 1080p resolution and pixel density of 389 pixels per inch. Both displays are somewhat visible outdoors and they peak at around 500 nits. The chin and bezel on both phones are noticeable. Using the screen on both phones feels smooth because of the high refresh rate. They both have a punch hole camera at the top, size the same. It doesn't get in the way while gaming or streaming content online. You get a snappy response anytime you tap on the screen. There is nothing to separate both displays and it might come down to the size. Some users want a big display while others want a small one. I prefer smaller displays because they are much easier to use. Both phones run on Android 11 and I find it surprising because Android 12 is available on many phones including the Tecno Camon 18i. Hopefully, both brands will get the Android 12 update. The Pova 5G uses the iOS 8 as its user interface, while we have the XOS 10 as the user interface on the 5G. Both software share a lot in common, from swipe gestures, amount of pre-installed apps, and the notification shade. The user interface across both phones has improved. Performance-wise, both phones are fast and can handle the most demanding games. They retain apps in the background from my testing. The Dimensity 900 chipset does a great job in driving performance. This aspect is also a tie from my testing. Camera-wise, both phones come with 3 cameras at the back. We have a 48-megapixel primary camera on the 5G and a 50-megapixel primary camera on the Pova 5G. There is a 30-megapixel telephoto lens on the 5G. Charge the 5G. The Pova 5G lasts longer with the high refresh rate because of the extra 1000 mAh battery. The 5G also lasts long. It can be used for a whole day on a single charge. In this aspect, the Pova 5G makes it out on top. Rounding up, both phones are mostly the same, and if you want to save some money, then the Pova 5G should be your pick. The Zero 5G has a slightly better camera, and it also adds a telephoto camera with 30x zoom in case you need it. Both phones are excellent, and if you want extra battery life, then the Pova 5G should be your choice. If you made it this far, then kindly subscribe to the channel and stay tuned because there are a lot of fantastic smartphone reviews and comparisons coming.